Mychelle, in her day job, which often goes into a night job, Mychelle is the data architect at the city of Albuquerque. She's been an IT professional for more than 20 years, probably more than 25 years, but I won't say 30 because she's probably not quite there. Almost, that's what I thought. I have been privileged to be in the chapter where Mychelle entered her ABWA life. Judy Anderson, who's over there with her advocate, Judy recruited Mychelle into the Lawless chapter, and I've probably never seen anybody jump in deeper and swim faster than Mychelle Andrews, because she was so dedicated and so thirsty for what ABWA could provide for her. And now she is so ingrained into the entire operation and system in ABWA, she's always paying it forward, giving it backward and sideways too, if that's what you need. I admire Mychelle very much. I think we're very fortunate she's serving on the national board this year. And I know that Mychelle is my choice for national president. Thank you.
First, I'll start off with our voting process and why we're at the point we're at today, because I think that's an important thing for people to understand and to know. When you're elected to the National Board of Directors, you're not only elected to serve on the National Board for ABWA, you're also selected to be a trustee for the Stephen Befton Memorial Education Fund. That fund is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Because it's a nonprofit organization, there are specific rules that must be followed in order to maintain your 501c3 recognition. The government, and I'm not going to go into all of the different branches and all of the different people, but because of our economic situation, the government is starting to crack down on 501c3s, making sure that they are doing what they're supposed to do, making sure that they're declaring the money that they've earned, making sure they're filing all of the right tax forms, all of those things that need to happen when you are a best practices 501c organization, they're cracking down on. It came to our attention through our lawyer who was in the middle of a lawsuit our lawyer specifically represents 501c3 organizations. So he's our lawyer, he's lots of other people's lawyer, and he was in the middle of a case in Wyoming that said they're going after all their money. They don't think that they've been doing the rules right, and so I want to make sure all of my clients are following the right rules. So let's look at your rules. We didn't pass. We don't have competition for our national board. As Jeannie said, many years we've gone. I'm your national secretary treasurer because 3 years ago we didn't have a candidate in November. And we decided, if I'm going to do it, now's the time, we need a candidate, so I'll go ahead and do it. That's not acceptable for an organization that manages a 501c3 fund. If we hadn't made that change, our 1.6 or 1.8, it depends on what day of the week we look, $1 million that are in SBMEF would be at risk. We weren't willing to put that at risk. We wanted to make sure that the Stephen Befton Memorial Education Fund was here for years and years and years. So we made a hard choice. It wasn't easy, trust me. And it wasn't my board that made that choice, but my first board was the board that got to implement it. So because of those changes, we really do need each one of you to think about your role in ABWA. How can you help us ensure that we're here for years to come? That's an important thing. Can you mentor someone? Can you be that candidate? Because if we don't get to a point where consistently we're having 3 candidates every year, we're a red flag to the federal government. We don't want to be a red flag. We want to be there doing it right. We want to do it best practices, we want to do it the right way, and we want to make sure that that money stays where it is. So think about it. What's your role? If you have questions about what your role could be, talk to me later, Bryna or Barbara. We each can tell you what it's meant to us to be on the national board. We have many national national officers, well, one, Barbara's not here, so. Is anybody else national officer besides you?
I don't think so.
No. Okay, so we have, and Jeannie, she's a national officer, past national officer, so she can tell you about it as well. So that's an important thing. So that's why we're at where we're at. When you get to Little Rock, and we'll get to that in a minute, so I'll go ahead and start my speech here. Are you a gem of Little Rock? In the mail today, my lovely husband brought me my charm for Little Rock. My gem for Little Rock. I am a gem of Little Rock. Do you have your gems ready?
Show your feet.
Yes, show my feet. I can get my foot raised up. My gems for Little Rock. Comfortable shoes this year. Raise your hand if you're thinking, not committed yet maybe, but thinking about attending the national conference. Great. Congratulations on making a commitment to yourself and to your personal growth. While at the leadership conference this year, you will experience something that's not replicatable in any other part of our association. Imagine 700 men and women, mostly women, so the men can have a lot of fun looking at all the pretty ladies, in the auditorium as you walk in to our event. What professional development track this year best meets your needs today? Do you guys know what tracks you're planning to take? Perfect. Okay, wonderful. Track A is our ABWA KU MBA Essentials. As a graduate of this program, I can testify to the quality of the program. If I ever needed to go back to school to get my bachelor's degree or to earn my MBA, I would seriously consider moving to Kansas City so I could attend KU. The program's that good. And the School of Business is fantastic. Recommended to anyone who's thinking about going into business to check out their school. Track B is our Making Personal Transformation. This is the track I'm taking this year. In this session, a group of real motivators will lead you through various processes which should help you do the following, achieve the following. Strengthen existing relationships and become a team builder. Improve communication skills and learn what others really mean. Devise personal techniques to improve your memory. This is the one I'm really looking forward to. I'm getting older, my memory's not as good. Find personal space where you can relax, fitting in with what John had to say today, and finding humor in many situations. I'm looking forward to having just short little blips of learning throughout the week. Course C, Track C, is our Women as 21st Century Leaders, the newest addition to our certificate program. In this seminar, participants will get practical, thoughtful information on how to grow into leadership positions. To find out more about these tracks, please refer to your Women in Business magazine, Summer 2013. So you all should have received it in the mail. As a member of the American Businesswomen's Association, one of the most important responsibilities you have is to select our national board. We start our conference out with 700 women screaming and yelling as we come out on stage, and you get to meet during our annual meeting all of the candidates and hear the top 10 officers' speeches. Once you hear the speeches, we'll get to, in a little bit, where we actually get to go vote. So you'll hear the speeches on day one. Now also, a pre-event to the leadership track or leadership conference is on Wednesday night, is when you meet the candidates. So that's a change to what we've done in the past. So be sure you get there early enough on Wednesday so that you can come to the library, the Clinton Library, and see the beautiful library. It's free, it's included in your membership, and then come and meet the candidates. During the same day, during the Hands of Friendship Luncheon, we honor our Inner Circle and 25-year members. For our new members, the Inner Circle is made up of members who have sponsored between 11 and over 100 members, between those two. During the luncheon, we honor those special members whose dedicated efforts have made ABWA what it is today, and an inspiration to the ones who aspire. Okay, I didn't write this sentence. And an inspiration to the ones who aspire to be the shapers of the association's future. You will be entertained with a fabulous fashion show from Ming Wang. Would you pronounce it W-A-N-G Wang? Okay, I'm assuming it's Ming Wang. She is a designer, and you'll not want to miss this great event because I know that there's a special New Mexico flair to the event. Will all of our Inner Circle members please stand? We finish on our day with our best practices ceremony. I can't wait to be on stage behind the lectern introducing all of our winners as our leagues come out from our association. Our members will be sparkling and shining on stage. Do you have your sparkle and shine picked up yet? Whew, what a day. And that's just day one. Day two starts off with the members voting on our National Board of Directors. So what you do, for those new members who this will be your first time, how many first timers do we have? Because I know we have a few. Yeah, first time to national. That's pretty cool. All right. So when you get there, you'll have your little ticket that allows you to vote. Don't lose it. Without it, you will not vote. You go through the line, get to your turn, you wait until the spot's open, and I was very impressed. My first year was right after we had the Chad incident and the voting booth incident and all these things in the national elections for the country. And I go to the conference and it's very organized and you just march through, you do your voting, you're done and it's over. And I thought, wow, what an exciting process. Could our national government do something like this? I was just very amazed. But you go in, you pick the people that you're going to vote for, and you will not, as Jeannie said, have a panel for District 6 Vice President. But you will be able to vote for National Secretary Treasurer, National Vice President, and National President. Then, an important piece is, we don't have any luncheon plans that day, which is different than last year. So we will go find out whether there will be a runoff or not. Once it's determined if there's a runoff, you have to come back and vote. I can guarantee you there will be a runoff in at least 2 of the 3, if not all 3 top positions, and at least 2 of the districts will have runoffs in there for their district vice president as well. So it's very critical that you vote the second time. The election has completely changed the outcome because people didn't come back to vote the second time. And we know how many voted the first time and how many voted the second time. So please don't be one of those that don't show up. Now, if District 6 wants to have another national president, we need to get members to national. And we need to beat Districts 2 and 4. We'd really like that. District 2's had it for quite a while, so it's time for a change. It is time for now. So come to national and vote. That's one of the most important things that you can do. With so many candidates, we definitely, I did this part, okay. So after we get done voting, after lunch, and after the seminar tracks, we'll announce and install our new winners, our new board of directors. We finish up the evening with a new event, Little Rock Big Show, to benefit the ABW Foundation. This is an optional event to come to. It's $15? $20. Worth the money. Come have fun. We get to hear the dueling. This is where we have the dueling pianists, I think. Yeah, and so it's going to be a lot of fun. So come and attend that event. This is a new event because we're not sure how much longer personality will actually survive. All things are reciprocal. They come and they go. And so we're looking for that thing that's going to maybe replace our personality at some point. We start our final day with the KU MBA Essentials graduation. I know that there will be a New Mexico presence on stage during the celebration. And that was a thrill when I received that.
Can they stand up?
Yeah.
Oh, Carol?
Oh, good.
college graduation, so this is the only graduation I've ever gone through, and it was quite cool. It was a lot of fun. After we do our graduation celebration, imagine the excitement in the room as all 700 of us are there, and as, okay, hang on. Okay, sorry. John said something that I couldn't get it out of my head, so I couldn't remember how to pronounce it. I was going to say J9, but that's not. If you tell him, he'll get the joke. Just imagine the excitement as our keynote speaker, Janine Shepard, comes out to center stage. You can't help but be inspired as she tells her story of going from a world-class athlete to barely being alive, to finding her purpose in life. I can't wait to hear it. Bring Kleenex, I'm sure it's going to be touchy. We continue our seminars tracks, and we get back together for our luncheon to honor our Women of the Year and our top 10s, where we hear their inspirational stories. Once again, the time to bring Kleenex. Our year, we cried almost the entire time, so we'll see. I did not cry, though, when I did my top 10s. I was very proud of that fact. However, I made up for it.
Since then, later that day and since, yes.
Yes.
Mom's watching.
I know. We close the evening with the banquet where we will be entertained by the Rocket Men. This is an event you don't want to miss. If you've not signed up yet, it's not too late. We need all of the members we can get to the national conference. I can't do it alone. I need you to be there to help him be elected as your national president. See you in Little Rock. Okay, now what, Jeannie?
I think now what
Is shopping.
Is shopping, talking, meeting, greeting, continue, crying if you must, it's okay. You know, just let it go, whatever.